The following contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Des Moines, Iowa. This is the Killer Bay, Heather Monroe.
Alyssa Marino, arguably the longest tenured competitor in the United Wrestling Network women's division. The Killer Bay, Heather Monroe.
Well, if you ask me, and I think if you ask Heather, this is the face, the queen of the women's division of the United Wrestling Network. There would be no women's division without Heather Monroe, and she will let you know it, my friends.
And her opponent, from American Samoa, this is Reka Tehaka.
Intensity personified, Reka Tehaka.
Alyssa, you referred to Heather as a queen, right?
I did.
Well, we're about to find out what happens when a queen faces a savage. Reka Tehaka, known, self-described as a Samoan savage. This is going to be an interesting contest.
And as we continue to make history, the first women's match ever, Championship Wrestling presented by CarShield, Heather Monroe, Reka Tehaka, and not only a contrast in personality, vast contrast in styles here, Alyssa.
And I gotta say, I was actually quite taken aback at the fact that Reka Tehaka looked quite unimpressed with Heather Monroe as soon as she came out to the ring.
I'm not so sure it was unimpressed. It was really, I think it was maybe a look of focus, perhaps. What do you think, Gilbert?
I just don't know what's a savage got to be afraid of, right?
It's a good point. Very prideful, but also very easily riled up as Reka Tehaka.
They say, the scouting reports say her value is priceless, her potential is limitless, and she is taking another pillar of championship wrestling in Heather Monroe to task in the opening going to this contest, guys.
Launching Monroe to the opposite side of the ring, and now Reka Tehaka, one of her bread and butter moves is just charging in full speed, using her body as a missile. Heather Monroe able to dodge in that moment and taking advantage. The left arm off the top rope, and Tehaka feeling the effects.
And if this is your first introduction to Heather Monroe, you need to know that she is full of attitude, sass, and style. They call her the Killer Bay because she oozes confidence.
Oozes confidence, but I think that there's also a bit of frustration in Heather Monroe. There's a touch of frustration under the surface of Heather Monroe. Heather Monroe is someone that moved to Los Angeles to pursue dreams, and I think discovered an outlet for some post-audition aggression.
And a brilliant strategy here. Heather Monroe just going to work on the left arm, the left elbow, and shoulder of Tehaka. But as a matter of fact, it's funny you say that. Heather Monroe demanded on social media she be awarded a championship just by arriving in the city.
Kind of speaks to the kind of character, the attitude that is Heather Monroe. And she moved to LA from what, Iowa?
Yeah, Des Moines, Iowa.
So what happened in Tinseltown to turn a girl from the cornfields into a Killer Bay?
As someone who's lived in Hollywood for a long time, I can tell you anything can happen in LA. But meanwhile, Heather Monroe, so calculated, continuing the assault on the left shoulder of Reka Tehaka. And we talk about how intelligent Heather Monroe is in the ring, and we're seeing it. But there's the athleticism and the explosiveness of Tehaka.
Could the Killer Bay be caught up by Reka Tehaka?
Oh!
Nothing like a Samoan skull to rattle the bells of Monroe.
Monroe is seeing stars.
And not the good kind.
Not the kind that are in LA.
No doubt. That was a vicious headbutt. Now going for the pump kick. Monroe catches it. Oh! Just like that, Monroe remains in control. Alyssa, we are really starting to see the savviness of the veteran, Heather Monroe.
Well, certainly, and I don't think that Heather Monroe is someone that's really fazed by Reka Tehaka, even asking, what did you think was going to happen when you step in the ring with me, the Killer Bay?
And Gilbert, as brutal as this attack is, you have to love the strategy of Heather Monroe. It's really brilliant here. She's trying to slowly chop down Tehaka.
Both physically and psychologically. It's one thing when you're getting beat up or when somebody is speaking down
hold
to you.
on.
Gets in your
small
brain.
package, your shoulders down. Oh! Monroe almost got caught there, but Tehaka, boom! Down goes Monroe into a cover, and Tehaka gets the win! Are you kidding?
Upset City!
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Reka Tehaka.
I think Heather Monroe is possibly as shocked as someone like me, a longtime watcher of Heather Monroe's matches is.
Well, the power of Tehaka clearly dazed Heather Monroe just long enough to get the 3 count. And Tehaka with a massive victory. And Monroe is livid.
She's a pillar, the spotlight of the United Wrestling Network. And that spotlight is now shining on Reka Tehaka.
I don't know if Heather Monroe knows what to do with herself.
Well, she's going to figure it out soon enough as Reka Tehaka is victorious tonight. We'll be right back.